If you want to know what you spend every month on your EV, if you want to know all of your trips, how far did you go, what was your average consumption, if you want to know all of your charging sessions, how many kilowatt hours did you charge, what is your AC to DC ratio, and you don't want to write all of this down yourself, then Tronity is exactly what you need. Tronity connects to your car, a lot of brands are supported, and in the app or in a browser you can see all of this data. You can also have 100% tax-compliant driver's logbook. My viewers get 25% off if they use the link in the description below. Hello everyone to the full tour of the infotainment system of the Cupra Tavascan. We're gonna look at everything that you can adjust and press and change of this infotainment system. When you get into the car, you get the privacy warning that you have to press OK. I don't have that right now, it has to be locked for a while, but I will show you in here so you can see. When you have an account with Cupra and you are logged in with your phone and everything, with your app, then you get this privacy message with your name on it and you have to press OK. If you don't have an account and use it like this, it will give you the warning and the thing that you have to go online, you have to press that, so you can't get out of it. But let's make the overview. What do we have in here? Underneath we have a few buttons. We have the on-off button of the infotainment system. When you press this, you can turn it off like this, and then you see the clock, different kind of clock and so on, and you turn it back on when you press it. This also acts as the mute or pause button for your music. So radio is being muted and Bluetooth audio or Android Auto, Apple CarPlay will be paused. Then we have our volume buttons here, and if you press it with both fingers, it's also your seat heating and a volume button, temperature button, sorry, and temperature button for the passenger here. And then you have the volume here in the middle that you can press or swipe. Both of it works. You also have this the volume button here on the steering wheel, and next in previous song on the steering wheel as well. Then let's go to the screen. What do we see? On the bottom left there's a button that you can configure for the climate. You can choose one of these: auto, AC, AC max, sync, recirculation, front windshield heating, steering wheel heater, air care, or turn the climate off. Let's do the steering wheel heater in here, which is awesome. You can put it in here. You don't have to go to the to the climate because there's no button on the steering wheel. And the right button here as well can be one of these. Then we have our temperature that you can also plus and minus, and I thought you can swipe as well, but no, you can't. Then we have our seat heating. Can go from 3 to 0. Then you have max defrosting or defogging for the front and then for the rear. And then in the middle we have our climate. You press this, you see all of your climate. Up here you can turn it fully on or off. This is the setting for the front. For the rear, and then sync between left and right, so passenger and driver. Then we have settings up here. You press this, then you have automatic air recirculation you can turn off and on. Then your air care information. Then switch on start of turning depending on temperature. The steering wheel heating, so when it's cold and you put this to level 1, the steering wheel heater will automatically be on level 1. The seat heating is not in here for whatever reason, I don't know. Then again in the climate we have here a recirculation, AC, AC max, front windshield heating, air care, which turns on the AC and cleans the air inside the car, steering wheel heater, and then here we have the airflow to the window, to a person or to the feet. We have our auto function with 3 different strengths of airflow. Here we have our airflow overall that you can switch from 1 to 7. And then here we have iClimate. Here you have 5 programs that you can use, no more, 7. Rapid heating, warm my hands, and will automatically put the airflow to the middle ones here and to your hands. On warm and then warm my feet, to the feet, rapid cooling, cool my feet, fresh air and defog window. A lot of settings in here. We go up here, we have our home button here, so when you are in something and you press this, you're always on the home button. The home screen overall, you have 2 pages and you can change what you want to see. You can select this big part here, should be navigation, radio, media, telephone, Cupra assistant, sound, charging, driving data, lighting or relax function. And the small ones too, you can change them as well. And you have those 3 here, and on the second page another time the 3 here. That's all you can have. You cannot change the design, the layout, and you cannot add another page. That's just how it is. Again, home button, then we have all the apps. When you press this, you can see all the apps that you can have on your car. We're going to go through them in a second. Then up here are 3 buttons that you can configure. You just press and hold long, and then you have again all of your apps, and you can put it up here. 3 can be up here if you want to. Then we have the parking menu. That's there not when you're driving, but when you're driving slow it will pop up. So you can do the self-parking of the car, remote parking when you're outside of the car, the memory parking at home and stuff like this. The same with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. It only shows up when you are connected. Then you see your user. You see your wireless charging. I have that off. You see your mobile connection of the car and your time. The only thing else you have is the favorite menu. You scroll down and then you have 7 things here that you can adjust, and you have 4 pages of stuff that you can put in here. And when you use the button here on the left, you can see edit your preferences. This is lane assist, speed warning, attention monitor and drowsiness monitor that you can turn off right away in your favorites. Well, let's go through the apps. First we have the navigation. You press navigation on the navigation screen. Of course, see where you are. You can zoom out, zoom in. It will automatically zoom in the way you want when you press this, or when you press on the map as well. It should go, yes it does. First we have the search area, suggested, what you used before, and then recent, what you have used before, and favorites. You can set your home and your work, and then it will save that. And when you do the voice control and you say navigate home, it will know where, and navigate to work as well, the same thing. If you are looking for an address, you just type it in. You can also use the voice control like I said, and then you get a selection what you can use, what you want to do. You can also navigate to contacts, and then we have settings. In the settings, first thing you have is electric vehicle route planner. If you turn that on, you can set that the car on a route planning will put in charging stops automatically, and will plan what charger, how long will you charge. And the thing, remaining range at the destination, you can set from 10 to 100 kilometers, and remaining range at charging stop over 10 to 60 kilometers. Prioritize Cupra charging, you can add that. Show range on the map, so you can see a little thing that changes color where it says this is the range that you got. And then we have automatic optimization of rapid charging. If you turn that on, that means when you navigate to a charger, it will preheat the battery automatically. You don't have to do it yourself, but you have to navigate not to an address where the charger is. It has to be a charger. So when you look for it in there, it has to show a charging symbol that this is a charger, and then it will work. Radio media, you can have your favorites for radio. Media can be via Bluetooth or Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Telephone, you connect this, you can have your favorites, you can see your calls, dial, messages and stuff like this, the normal thing. Android Auto, it will show up for the whole screen, which is amazing. I want Google Maps for a second here, and when you can, it's a normal Android Auto thing, and you can get out of it. You don't have to go to all apps and go to Cupra. It's not needed. You just press the home button and you press Android Auto to be in there again, and Apple CarPlay works exactly the same. Sound. In sound, you have a few things that you can change. So is it for speech? Is it club sound? Is it music? And then immersion is a bit of a surround sound, and you also have an equalizer you can set again. This is the levels, the music, speech or club, and then you can set your equalizer here. You also have sound focus, so where you want the sound to be, front seat, in the rear and so on. Settings, you can turn on different things for the car. Touchscreen tone of the infotainment system. I mean, every time you touch it, you get a beep. Tone for other controls, enabling sound for safety interruption, and a goodbye sound when you get out of the car. You can turn that off. You can also change the volumes of different things. Radio announcement, adjust volume according to speed. So when you drive faster, it will make the infotainment system louder, and you can adjust how much louder it gets. Maximum switch on volume. It's amazing. When you're partying and get the next morning into the car, it will turn it only to 8, not so loud that you're going crazy. Reduce infotainment volume when parking, reduce infotainment volume when opening doors, goodbye sound volume, navigation announcement. Yeah, but what was that? We didn't do that in navigation, eh? Let's go back. We weren't done with the whole settings. That's true. Navigation announcement can be active. It can be comprehensive. So we'll talk about what road that is, or brief, just turn right. Sound only or off. During calls, should it do it? What volume? And how to reduce the infotainment system music if you're listening to something. Color scheme can be day, night, or automatic. So when you turn on the light, it will go into night, and when the light is off, it will be on day. Route guidance can be different settings, what to avoid, what not to avoid, country, border crossing, and stuff like this. And then basic function, learn the pattern of how you are using the navigation system, and you can turn that on or off or delete the pattern so it knows, I know what you're doing, you're always doing the same thing, which is awesome. Cupra Assistant, the same as in Volkswagen, the IDA, so you can do activation how you want to do it. It can be what it says here, or you can make your own, or you can type it and record it as a word. It will show when you have dialogue sound. Where is it? Show voice input. It will show what you have said if it really understood you the way that you want it. It can be a female or a male depending on the language you're using. I think German and English have female and male, but other languages only have female, as far as I know. And also dialogue sound, so when you use this assistant via voice activation, not via the button, you can have a sound at the beginning and the end. It's all up to you if you want to do that. And you can ask it questions. It will ask the internet, so Wikipedia, I think, but also ChatGPT and other stuff like this, so you can have conversations with it if you want to. You can do all of that. Then we go to the vehicle menu, where we have 4 different things: driver assist system, vehicle settings, the status, and the driving data. In driver assist, you have 2 pages. I thought, no, it's just 1 page of your assist systems. Parking assist, you have the parking settings then in here. Or you can get to the parking menu, which is up here, which we get to in a second anyways. Then we have rear traffic alert that you can turn on and off. But then we have our smart assistant. You can turn ESC off or into sport mode, and it explains it too. Auto hold, the same thing. Lane assist and settings for the lane assist. Second page, travel assist. You can have your assistant lane change on or off. Then ACC can be last distance selected. Then road layers response means that it will take the speed that it recognizes from traffic sign recognition and put it into your cruise control. End of queue response, when there's a traffic jam, it will slow down when it notices that. And speed limit response was the one. Sorry, I'm so wrong. Road layout response is when it knows from the map you're driving into a corner, and that corner should not be faster than 60 kilometers an hour. It will give you a message, hey, I'm slowing down now, and then it will do that. That is also great. And then we have front assist, where we have a few settings, what it will do when you use front assist, display distance warning and stuff like this. And that's it. I cannot find the eco assist. Can't find it. Driver alerts, we have side assist warning, so the blind spot warning here, exit warning, speed warning, trailer detection, eco assist, there it is. I haven't found it before. It's right there. Why is it under warning and not under assistant thing? Traffic hazard alert is when you have traffic hazard alert when you have that activated in your driver. There it is. I'm such an idiot. Okay. Then we have the assist system, vehicle. It can be exterior or interior. In the interior, you can change the head-up display, what you want to see, the brightness of it, the position, what you want to see, the content, augmented reality part, and so on. Instrument cluster, you can reset your driving data, but with a different way also. Smart light, the ID light, brightness, what you want to see. So when I turn it up, it lights up there in the front. The roof can be closed and opened, but of course there's a real button here. Interior lighting, you can, this will select infotainment system, cockpit, and the button brightness. And the seats, you have driver and passenger seats, easy entry, where it goes automatically back so you can get easier outside the car. Exterior, we have headlights assist, dynamic light assist, where it changes the light position depending on what it needs. Switch on time, should it be when it's already a bit dark, or does it have to be really dark? Automatic headlight control in rain, when the rain sensor notices that it's raining, lights will go on. Convenient turn signal, when you just tap it, it will use the blinker 3 times. Comfort light, light animation when you turn on the car, switch on when approached, you get close to the car and the lights go on. Coming home light, you get out of the car when you're coming home and the light will stay on for the seconds you adjust here. I have it on 30 seconds. Leaving home, light duration the same. You get into the car, those lights are on and it will stay on for 30 seconds until you turn on the ignition and drive on. And the turn signals can be classic or dynamic. This is the animation of the turn signal. Is it an animation or classic where it just lights up all? Mirrors, we have synchronous adjustment, so both mirrors will be adjusted with one button here on the left. Lower in reverse, fold when locking. Tire pressure, you can set your tire pressure and you can have a speed warning for your winter tires. Then we have brakes where you can have where ESC is in here, and the auto hold function, and easy open for your trunk. The next is opening and closing. You can have keyless access when you have your key in your car and get close to the car. When it's active, unlock vehicle when approaching, will unlock automatically. Lock vehicle when walking away. You get away with the key, the car will lock. And double acoustic warning if locking fails. So when a door is not fully closed, it will do a different sound. And then down here, door unlocking. When it does the automatic unlocking, you can have it on a single door, vehicle side, wherever you are, or all doors. Then easy open for the trunk again, and the alarm system, the interior monitoring. Windows, convenient opening is when you press the key unlock button and hold it, then the windows will open, and the same for the lock button, that they will close all the windows. And the last are the wipers. Wipe automatically in rain, that the rain sensor works, and put it into service position. You can turn that on here as well. And these are all our settings. Next is the status. Service and tires, everything is fine. If there would be a warning, it would be in here, low battery or a problem with the car. Driving data, you have since start, long-term, and since charging. You will see here the real-time consumption right now, so the heat and all the system take right now 1.6 kilowatt. Here you have your driving data. You can reset it with this button, but it will ask you, do you really want to reset? The long-term you can reset. The since charging you cannot reset by yourself. And then here you have your odometer or a distance covered that you can reset, and this also have 100 meters in here. The normal one only shows kilometers, but total distance is your odometer. Next, charging. When you go in here, you see your state of charge, your range. You have a charge limit that you can set from 50 to 100% and in 10% steps. Optimize shows your battery temperature in percent. So 56% of the perfect heat, and it shows me right now I could charge with 33 kilowatt, and it will take 46 minutes to heat up the battery to the 100%. I can press that here, and then it will heat up the battery with around 5.5 kilowatt, and we can see that in the driving data. If I go back to our vehicle and driving data, this will go, oh, it has to be in gear, that's true. It's not when we are parked. It has to be in gear. It will take a second and then it should go up. Still on? Stop battery heating. Yeah, it's still on. There we go. Slowly going up. It really will heat up the battery with 5.5 kilowatt. Then you can stop it, of course. Schedule. This is, you can have 5 different charging locations at home, at work, at a hotel and stuff like this. And at that location, you can use a charging plan. You can say it, okay, I want to charge the way that in the morning at 6 a.m. I want it at 80%. And when you come home, plug in, it won't charge. It will, if it's at 60% or something, it will start charging the way that it's at 80% when it's charging at 6 a.m. that you have selected. But you can also have preferred times. When you say, please only charge from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. or something, it will only charge in that window. And you can also have a thing that says a minimum charge 50%. That means when you are arriving at home with 10% and you want for sure to have the car right away at 50% but not charge to 100% right away, it will do that. It will charge to 50%, stop, and then it will charge to the 100% to the times that you have set that you want to do. Settings, you have in here the battery care mode. This is good and bad. The good thing is when you charge to 100%, battery care mode is on. It will automatically go back to 80% after the charging process. That's nice. The bad thing is if you have that activated and you are preheating the battery in the morning and it's at 100% state of charge, battery care mode sets the charge limit to 80%, you're preheating the car and you're still plugged in, the power for preheating will come from the battery because the charge limit is at 80%. That's a bit not good. And when you have this on, you get a constant warning, hey, your battery care mode is not on. That's a bit annoying. You can have your vehicle route planner in here, and also when you go down, your preheating for navigating to a charger. Bidirectional charging only works on this big battery if you need a special DC charger at home, and then you can have it for your home, that the car gives you power for your home in an event of a problem. Drive profile. We have 6 different driving profiles. Range, where the power is reduced when you floor it, but when you floor it, there's a button. And when you press that button, when you totally floor it, you get out of range mode and get full power. The heat is also reduced. You don't get full power what the heat can do. Is the preheating the battery also reduced? No, 6.2 kilowatt. Doesn't look like it. Let's go to drive mode again. Comfort, you have everything but not the full torque. In performance you have more torque, and in Cupra you have full torque. Traction gives you the most traction for the all-wheel drive version. Of course, if you don't have all-wheel drive, this drive mode is not in there. Individual, here in settings you can select different things. So I can turn on the DCC to more performance, or more Cupra, even sportier, or more comfort. All-wheel drive can be in comfort and performance. Steering, engine can be in different modes. The ACC can only be in comfort, performance in Cupra, not in range. And air conditioning can be in range or comfort. Then lighting, this is the interior light. You can here set the brightness. It can be different things. It can be off. It can be different colors that you can choose here with the drive modes. You can select it yourself. You can choose what areas have what color. So you can press on different things, set a color, and here set the brightness for the different areas. There's a lot of what you can do. Then background lighting settings, hazard warning lights, doors open, electric window lock, background light animation with drive profile, and you can get to the smart light as well. Stationary air conditioning, this is your preconditioning planning. So you can select at 7 a.m. on Sunday, it should preheat the car to 23 degrees. With automatic window heating means that it will do the front and the rear windows defrosting as well. You can have 2 of those, and it can be every week. So from Monday to Friday, always at 6 a.m. and you need a second time, you have it done here. If you need more times than that, then you have to do it with the app. You can't do it inside the car. Start stationary air conditioning when vehicle is unlocked. That means if this is on and you get to the car and the car unlocks, air conditioning will start, heating or cooling. You don't have to press the ignition, so this starts. But this also means it will stay on until the car is locked. So when you get something out of the car and you need a few minutes, air conditioning will run the whole time. Settings in here, we go back. Yeah, settings in here we have screen settings, rear passenger detection, tone, show clock in standby mode, enable sound for safety interruption, then time and date, should it be automatic, your language, additional keypads, units. For what you're using, voice assistant can be changed in here, wireless charging for mobile phones on and off, reset factory settings, your network, Wi-Fi and mobile devices, information about the car and your configuration wizard. Then next page, users. In the users you see users you have yourself, can be more users of course, and a guest. Important with the users is when another user is activated, you cannot see it in the app of the user that's not activated. So if my wife would have an own account, use it in the car, in my app, in my phone, I couldn't see where the car is, what's the state of charge and so on. That's a bit annoying, but I think they're working on it. Login details, you can use an S PIN if you need that, so every time you get in and you have to put a PIN, you can have your information, privacy settings, V2X technology can be activated, delete the user and so on. Next is help. Seats, you only have a few settings. In settings you can see a driver seat convenient entry function, and the same for the passenger. Then restore battery life for smart heated seats. So here it says automatic heating, now learning. I don't know what that exactly is. Here you can configure the heating of the seat heating function of your vehicle. The system has the automatic heating function which learns from the usage habits of each vehicle user in order to automatically control the heated seats. For this, a previous learning process of the preferences of each user is required. See? Nice, and a lot of text. No. I do it myself. And then positioning, you can synchronize it with the passenger seat, or right now since I'm in, I can adjust the passenger seat with the controls on the driver's seat. Next is your software. It should show 5.0. There it is. And then we have maintenance if you need that. Online vehicle maintenance, and then the last thing is the store. And in the store I looked, I cannot find Spotify. There is no Spotify in the Cupra Tavascan. It will take a bit. Select the country for your registration, and there it is. Connected travel assist, Cupra Connect, Cupra charging map, park and pay, and that's it. Those are the only things I have. There is no Spotify. And when you put the car into park and unbuckle, you get the goodbye window where you have a few things that you can see right away, and you could edit them and move them around and put things in or out that you don't need. So you have your charge to 80% automatically. When you go there, you can select your scheduled charging. Air conditioning now. When you get out of the car for 30 minutes, the car will hold the temperature that you have set here. In auto, then you can turn on and off stationary air conditioning, the alarm system, wiper service position, and you can save your parking process of what you just parked if you want to, and that's an awesome thing. But that's it for the infotainment system. You have seen everything. I hope you'll like it. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, and if you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below, and here on YouTube there's also channel membership. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I have a third YouTube channel, Behind the Battery. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.